Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey, Roberters and Robertalinos. Perfect song for today. I figured, what the hey, YouTube demonetizes every video anyway. So what a way to start our stream. Welcome to J is for Justice. I am riding out the storm. You're looking at a live view of St. Augustine, guys. Hi, Mike. Thanks for emailing and checking on me. Hey, HJ. Thanks for texting and checking on me. Hey, Angie B. Thanks for texting and checking on me. You guys are awesome. Hey, Levy. Hey. I hope you guys are having a good day. Happy Thursday, November the 10th. As you guys know, you may not know, it's my birthday week, and I've decided to celebrate my birthday week. Yes, it's the teeny martini bar. How'd you know it was the teeny? Fuzz. I decided to celebrate my birthday week, and you guys, believe it or not, I've gotten a lot of hate for this. I have gotten a lot of hate for my birthday week stream goal. Isn't that crazy? Yes, I'm in a hurricane, but I'm not in St. Augustine. I was just showing you guys because I saw that flooded. Thank you, Kimmykins. You're a figment only of Kimmykins? Spitfire, I can't wait. Hey, Rexy. Where are you at, Rexy? What area? Thank you, Kathy Burke. Thank you, Board One. 18th. Shannon, happy birthday. Yeah, I'm getting hate for it. I'm like, what? Like, last I looked, I didn't handcuff anyone and make them give money.
Roberta.
Debbie just became a Roberta. Thank you so much, Debbie. Aw, Ruma, you being here is good enough. I mean, really. Hey, Potato. Story of our lives. Through my lens. Thank you. What do you mean, Kathleen? What about your in-laws? Yeah, forget them. Forget them. Thank you, Betty Joe. I don't know if Christina, thank you. I don't know if Janice Burns is here right now, but Janice Burns sent me an early birthday gift. I got it yesterday. She got me my monitor. So like right now, I'm no longer looking at I think it's like a 32-inch TV that was like right here, like literally right here. And I couldn't tell like the difference between an exclamation point, an L, and a lowercase I. And I was like, oh, my dreams came true yesterday after the stream when I opened up this big box from Amazon and Janice got me this monitor. So thank you so much, Janice. Janice is an OG. She's been around since day one. CR, happy birthday. Hers is November 28th. My one sister is the 22nd, and then my brother is the 29th. I think, or it's vice versa. Through my lens, JD, thank you so much.
We have to stand down.
We have to stand down. Thank you so much,
JD,
guys.
We have to stand down.
We have to stand down. I'm in a really good mood today, and we're just chilling. Me and the pups, they actually deserted me. Let's check out Daytona Beach though, because Angie said it's a mess. So I figured, I could do an update on Taylor since her sentence came in yesterday, and we could just hang out and ride out the storm and check out what's going on with the storm. It's not terribly bad here. The wind gusts is what's scary. All right, here's Daytona. Wow.
JB,
really windy.
We have to stand down.
We have to stand down. Haley, thank you. Okay, Haley says, ignore the hate, Jay. We don't care what the haters think. Jesus. And add this to your birthday fund, my lovely. Thank you so much, Haley. She gave me some British pounds. British pounds. Given the fallout. Thank you for the British pounds. Happy birthday. My husband's is the 16th. So many Scorpios in the house. Thanks, Janine. Your kiddos are the 12th? That's awesome. Hi, Brandy. Summer Lou, wiggle your big old butt back to doggy cam. I know, Summer. You know, it's funny. I say to the dogs, do you want to go live? And they literally run in here and jump on the bed. Note to self, Jay's parents. Yeah, they did. I think Valentine's Day was a special day for my parents because we've got 3 of us in November, and then we have another one October 28th. So, like, out of 6 of us, 4 of us are November and the end of October. Hey, Judy. Good to see you. How have you been, Judy? Have you been keeping up with this craziness? I know you were worked up.
JB,
we have to stand down. And, you know, honestly, like, my money that I make on YouTube goes to my bills. Like, I don't make an excess. I don't have money to travel and do all this shit. I don't know how YouTubers are making that much money. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. If anything, I think everybody gets these demonetizations, but it's like, I don't know how people are like banking on YouTube. Unless they have like 1 million subscribers or more, you know? It just seems so hard to do. And it's very slow progress, you know? Thank you, Bella. I adore you too. Oh, and yes, and happy birthday to Potato's son yesterday. Oh, Lord, Rexy. I don't even want to see that name today. I'm so disgusted. You know, I was thinking about it this morning, you know, because this situation, we'll talk about it for a second, but we can do like an open chat, right? Why not? I mean, this is our bubble. And hey, Melissa B, this is our bubble. And I like being in my bubble. I don't give a shit what other creators are doing and what they're covering and what they aren't covering and what has already been out there. I have spent so many years on YouTube worrying about that. Like, oh, did somebody already cover this? Who cares? Who cares? I've learned a shit ton over the last few years, and I've learned that I just need to do me. And if people don't like it, they don't have to watch. There's like billions of other channels to watch. So I'm just going to focus on the people that are here. And the people that are here right now are pretty much here every time that I stream. And I don't even plan my streams most of the time, and you guys are still here. And that means so much to me. For reals. Baboos! I love the J Bubble. So I'm going to do member-only chats, and I'm going to call them...
JB,
the bubble. The babble. I'm going to call it the bubble, and we will have our things in our bubble. I like our bubble. But we have a bubble here. But we'll have a bubble within the bubble. Does that make sense? A bubble within the bubble. Snow says, that's why my profile photo is in a bubble. I love it. Hello, my lovely Cheryl T. I do. The best people are right here. The best people are right here. Even given the fallout. Given the fallout. Yes, we will convene in our bubble in the bubble. It's kind of like a live. Yeah, like Lulu, when we have... So just to explain, you know, when creators are put in a position, okay? So YouTube rolls out memberships. And we activate those because half of our videos get demonetized. So we activate the memberships and we try to be creative with, benefits, because you don't want to ask someone to become a member of something and not offer something extra that they wouldn't get if they were a member. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you've got to give something a little more to the paying members. It doesn't mean that, they're more important. It's just a perk of becoming a member and helping support the stream, I guess you could say. I don't know how else to put it. But I see that a lot of people get angry. A lot of listeners get angry or viewers get angry that there's, chats with just members. And I think it's just important to remember that we only have so much we can offer for memberships. YouTube gives us tools and we can only do so much with them. I mean, but the good thing is they did bring out the membership gifting. So that gives an opportunity for someone who maybe can't afford to pay for a membership every month to be gifted one. You know what I mean? So they're trying, but there's only so much we can do. Like, I can only offer so many mugs or, what do you offer? It's difficult. So I feel like, because I'm not a regular uploader. So like a regular uploader channel could be like, hey, you get to see the video early, which I don't even want to talk about members only videos right now. But, I don't really have members only videos. So everybody does their thing different and you just have to figure it out, and I don't feel any certain type of way if someone's green one day and then the next month they're not green. I mean, it's life, dude. 1 month I'm broke as fuck. And I'm like, hey, can you flip me a 50? And then the next month I'm fine. I mean, everybody has a life and everybody has responsibilities. And I understand that. I don't know. I think the thing just does it, Snow, because before you chat, you have to okay that you will accept a membership if it's gifted to you. Do not feel bad. This is what I say to you feeling bad. Lisa, it's Streambot's girlfriend. Did you change your picture, Lisa? It looks like a different picture. Christina, I so appreciate that. Like, you being here and chatting is good enough for me. Lisa says you should do a stream one day and teach us all the behind the scenes, all the ins and outs and ups and downs of YouTube. I think that would be so interesting. It would blow your mind. I mean, there's a lot to it. I would love to explain. I mean, if you guys want me to do like a Q&A, I can do like a Q&A and like kind of show you guys things as we go. I love talking to you guys about what it's like to be on this side of the microphone because it's so different. I'm sorry, Snow. I know the banking shit. It gets to be annoying. Oh, you did, Angie? Angie! I didn't see it. Okay, let me watch this, Angie. And so did Rexy. I didn't see them. Thank you for pointing that out. I can replay them though. Watch, guys. Going back in time.
We have to stand down.
Thank you, Rexy55. I may have thanked you. I think I remember thanking you, but I did not thank you.
JB, we have to stand down.
Stand down. Thank you, Angie. Do not apologize. Listen, guys. Do not. Thank you, KDS. Do not apologize if you can't donate. Look at Mike Sanner. Gift. Yay. Look at Lisa. Nightbot's girlfriend got a membership. Get ready for Bertolino to blow up here. Thank you so much, Mike Sanner. Perfectly Imperfect, Brittany Davidson, Figment of Kimmykins, and Lisa. Mike, you are so cool. Get ready for Bertolino. He's going to come in hot in a minute here. How do I deal with trolls? I don't. You gone. It's been a rough up and down road. Yay, look at Lisa. She's crying. That was really nice. Super cool. You're really cool, Mike. He really is. Like, Mike, I'm so glad you joined my channel. Mike, remind me, when was the first time that you ever came in? Let me reword that. When was the first time that you visited Jay is for Justice? Oh, my Kurt Cobain is here. I was waiting for you to come in. I still got to get your soundbite on, and I'm not doing the one you asked for. I'm going to surprise you. Oh, Katie S., thank you. You're so lovely, Katie. Here it comes. Look at Mike Sander gifted 5 Roberters. I didn't know it had its special alert. Cheryl T.
Roberta.
Oh, Cheryl. All right, I'm going to be quiet and let Bertolino take over. Red Rover, let Bertolino take over.
Roberta.
A little over a year ago? Was it for laundry? Is that how you found
Roberta.
my channel?
Roberta.
I can't without. He really is a good guy, isn't he? He's definitely missed if he isn't here. Like, I love it because we have like such a like little tight knit like little group, and when there's certain people that aren't here, we notice, you know, and everybody contributes their own personality and their own and brings their own, you know, character to the podcast, and I love that. Oh, I know. You did through my lens. You watched starting Watts, but never got into a live. I found Jay when Summer went missing. Poor Summer. Yes, I was on Dateline. That was a long time ago. That was January of 2020. I would love to give you guys like a little behind the scenes of YouTube. Kimmykins has been here for 4 years. Was your name always Kimmykins? Kathleen found me with Kylie Rodney. Angie B, you're the ornery one, of course. Oh my gosh, Mike Sanner says, oh my God, that makes it even more special. I mean, I'm all up in my feels. This is my channel birthday too, you guys. I saw you on Lana when she was apologizing. Really, Rexy? So I won you over when we made up, huh? HJ, you've been around for a while. Glenda, I found you from Gabby Case, found Doug live from you. I know, and how cool was that? It's weird how things snowball, isn't it? Oh, little Summer. A live streaming zoo for 6 years. What does that mean, Lulu? What do you live stream? I found you during the Watts. Oh, Lord. Watts. Snow too. Watts. Oh, I'm like, zoo. Mike, I was on a live streaming app for 6 years. Then came here maybe 3 months ago. Katie. She's all the way up in Nova Scotia. Have yourself a wonderful birthday, Jay. Love from Nova Scotia. I'm a Scorpio too.
You have to stand down.
Isn't it funny? Maybe my channel's a Scorpio. Melissa B has been a member for 14 months. Thank you, Melissa. CC Hatton. Who's that? The Lana debacle. I like White Boy too. Tomorrow's my birthday. Happy birthday, little Boston. Bruno Jones watching since summer. Wow. So this started. That is awesome, Katie. It must be cold up there in Nova Scotia right now. So it's Boston Scallum's birthday. Little Boston. Happy birthday. November the 10th. There's a lot of November birthdays in here. Maybe us Scorpios like kind of gravitate to each other, maybe. What do you guys think? I think that we've been live for 20 minutes and we haven't talked true crime once, and I kind of like it. I stalked you after the podcast breakup. Oh, shit. You don't know what I did to find out where you went. I knew who was the star of that pairing, and I was so right. Thank you, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, there's an OGer in the house. Yolanda. How are you, Yolanda? See, I love that. I love that I can see a name from years. Like, Yolanda's been around since the DWAP days, and I text Janice last night to thank her for the monitor, and just texting her and talking to her made me remember the very beginning of the YouTube and the DWAP days. And if you weren't around, you don't know who DWAP is, but those were like, I look back and it sounds so corny, but it's only been 4 years, but like I look back 4 years ago and it seems like it was such a more simple time on the tubes. And it was, because I was new to it. I had just been opened up to this platform and they had just started live streaming, and I was like, what is this? Because the only thing we could really live stream on was what was it called? Periscope. And a friend of mine, he was a friend at the time, he's no longer a friend of mine, but his name was Oni. He was live streaming on Periscope. I think Duty Ron was on Periscope at that time. We have talked about Watts and DWAP this week. We have come full circle, and I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about it either. I don't know how I feel about much that's going on YouTube these days. We were kind of going to brush on the whole AWP thing, but I don't, like, I'm mad about it. And it's like, thank you, Yolanda. She said, happy birthday. Look at my birthday week goal. It's like all jacked. Why is it like that? Remember Oni? Do you guys remember what Oni did? Do you remember what Oni did?
We have to stand down.
He was playing games. Hold on, I've got to fix this. Thank you so much, Yolanda, and it's so good to see you. And see, now I'm going to be all nostalgic. I'm going to be all nostalgic now. I think over COVID, that's when things got crazy. Hang on, let me fix this so it doesn't look stupid. Roberta. Oh my God. It asked me what date I want to end the goal, and I put 11/11/1973 because that's my birthday and I'm used to doing that. Okay, I don't know how that got jacked up before, but we're good. That's where you met Duty Ron. So Lulu, you've been following Duty Ron for a long time too. I haven't met anyone else on YouTube that remembers him being on Periscope. Roberta. Love you, Shell. Look at Shell. Oh, Yolanda, you're Roberta. Thank you, Yolanda. And Shell, thank you for being a member for 35 months. Are you travel nursing, Yolanda? Bless your heart. So Oni, just really quick, this is what he did. So it was a time on YouTube. I first came on in 2018, and people started swatting each other in the drama community. And I didn't even know there was communities on YouTube. Like, I was just figuring all this out. Like, this was all new to me, and I was just like, what? So as people started getting swatted, which means they would call the police and they would say that that person was threatening to harm themselves, and then they would like make it even worse, and they'd be like, they'd make it even worse and be like, oh, she's got kids, you know? And then the cops would go there with all their guns drawn and shit. And these people would wait to do it until someone was live streaming, which was really shitty. But it was because they wanted to see it. They wanted to see it happening. It's kind of sick and perverted. But at any rate, he saw that when these women were getting swatted, that they were receiving a lot of super chats because people felt bad for them. So he must have gotten this damn thought that if he swatted himself, that he could also get super chats. So he swatted himself, and then I was sent some audio from Broadcastify. And it was the audio of him calling 911 and swatting himself. And when they asked his name, he gave them my name. So he made it appear like I swatted him. It was actually in 2019 was when that happened. I started my channel in 2018. So I had the actual audio. So I had to order it from the county, got the disc, played it live. And he was pretty much shamed off of YouTube. I was like, this is my friend of 8 years. Like, I had gone to his house and we had hung out, like spent the weekend there. And then he uses my name. And the weird thing about it was that he, the number that he gave them came back to a Justin Giles. So I don't know who Justin Giles is, but somehow, some way, a Justin Giles was involved in that. I've never been able to figure out. No one's ever come forward. Justin Giles has not come forward. Will the real Justin Giles please stand up? Hey, speaking of Eminem, Eminem was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this week. Oh. Serial killer says shady. Yep, some shady was inducted into the Hall of Fame. And there's video of it. He performed with Dr. Dre. It's pretty cool. Who is boyfriend, Lulu? Justin Giles? No. His boyfriend's name was Aaron. No, I don't know what happened to him. The only thing that I saw with him, and I think the videos are still on the 411 with the audio. Who does Sharon Tuck? Who looks good? I don't know who. I don't know who Justin Giles is. All I know is that the number that was given came back to a Justin Giles when there was a search done on it. Who that is, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't revisited it in quite some time because I just really don't fucking care anymore. But at the time, I was just so distraught. Like, I actually was like kind of depressed after that. Like, that was tough because he was like a really good friend of mine. Or I thought. That was my first kind of realization that being friends and being on YouTube doesn't mix. It was really hurtful. But I will tell you, I did come across him on TikTok one time. And I don't know how I did it. I put his name in because I'm like, he's got to be somewhere. Like, he's got to be fucking somewhere because that's how he made his money was, online. So I'm like, he's got to be out there somewhere. And I can't remember how I found it, but he was in drag on TikTok. And I was like, bleh. But yeah, he was doing some drag. Him and his boyfriend were doing drag shit. Oh, yeah. Remember? Yes, Shell. He once shared a picture of an x-ray of a dog and said it was his dog and said that something was lodged in its intestine and that it needed surgery and he needed donations. I've seen the worst of the worst on here. Oh, Bella, it's okay. Maybe someone will give some. It really was, Yolanda, and that was like the first time I saw like this duping side of people on YouTube. That's awesome, Judy. I wasn't far from Mount Clemens either. But I went to school at Kid Rock. Very cool interview with Kid Rock. You know who's doing a podcast now is Bill Maher. Do you guys remember Bill Maher on HBO? I used to think he was the most far left individual. And back in the day, he was. And I started watching this interview with him and Kid Rock, and they started talking about politics. And Bill Maher says, the far left is crazy. And I was like, oh my God. Like back when I was growing up, Bill Maher was like far left crazy. Now to hear that Bill Maher thinks the far left is crazy, where the fuck are we? You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, wow. But a really good interview or like a sit down podcast is that one with Kid Rock. But that was my first kind of realization, Roberta, I guess you could say, that people will lie and they will dupe and they will screw over people that they know in real life for money. I've never met anyone like that before. I've always worked a job and none of my friends are like that. My friends don't lie and scam for money. So I've never experienced that. And him and I met on Facebook in a missing persons group that was in Michigan. We both lived in Michigan at the time, and that was how we met. Oh, Cheryl, he also had Chevy Chase on. Bill Maher did. You can't even recognize Chevy Chase. These people are, I just feel so old. Like I'm getting so old. Because I remember when Vacation first came out and it was like the greatest movie ever. And Chevy Chase is like one of my favorite comedians / actors. And man, he's just unrecognizable. He's old and he doesn't even sound the same. It's just weird how things come full circle, isn't it? All right. So I love chit-chatting with you guys. We should do this in the bubble more often, huh? In the bubble and in the bubble within the bubble. Because we don't want to leave anyone out of the bubble. All right. So that's your live look at Daytona. You can see over here on the west side of the state. That's where I'm at. And like the eye is like right over me right now. It's not raining and it's not very windy. All of a sudden it's just like, because right before I went live, it was like instantaneous downpour.
JB, it's we have to stand down.
It was just coming down in buckets, and now it's not raining at all. Mrs. Kurt, thank you so much. Happy day before your birthday, Jay. I hope you have a wonderful day. You're so nice, and I'm so glad that you've found the channel and you've kind of become a regular. So I appreciate that. You're really cool. Christina B. All right, so let's get into the true crime. And yeah, we have to. It's just been thank you, Yucky. It has been very, very just stress-free. But this stuff does get heavy, and sometimes it's just like, fuck. We are doing a birthday stream tomorrow. Oh, yes. Okay, so before we get into the true crimes, thank you, Shell. What would I do without you? Tomorrow, I'm going to do a birthday stream, and I'm going to have giveaways. So you guys, people can say, oh, she's asking for money for her birthday. Meh. Well, guess what? I'm buying a freaking generator with my birthday money. If you guys must know, I'm buying a generator because going through these storms and worrying about losing power and all your food and all your shit is stressful. So I am going to invest in a generator. So that way you guys know exactly what the money is going to, and no one can go, eh. Which I don't know how someone can go, eh, when there's people putting up $1 million GoFundMes. Ay, ay, ay. I'll be 25. No, I'll be 24. No, I'm just kidding. I'll be 49 tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Bella. Prayers coming your way. Yeah, my mom used to have a mug that said, I'm 39 again. Yeah, I'm good right now. I mean, you know what the scariest thing is the wind gusts. Heather, I know. I know it is, but you also have to be transparent because there's so many creeps out there that lie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it makes me feel better too. I mean, I don't even have a portable generator, so I need something because, I mean, even when you just get the wind, it's the wind that knocks the power out. You don't even have to have like, a major hurricane. No, I'll be 49. Oh, so kitty update too. So tomorrow, birthday stream giveaways. I'm going to be giving away mugs and shirts and some other rando surprises. Have Heathen, thank you so much. And then tomorrow, so for members, I don't know if you guys know, if you're a member and you haven't sent your birthday to birthdayshiz@gmail.com, get your birthdays over. Just put your YouTube name and your date of birth. You don't have to give me your real name, and you don't have to give me your birth year. Just tell me your date of birth, day, and month. And then every month, I mean, if we have more than one in that month, we'll do a drawing. And if there's like two, I might give away 2 gifts, but I'm going to put a different gift together. Yes, Lulu, I'll get to that too. I'm going to put a different gift together every month. So we've got, tomorrow I'm going to do the November birthday, and then I'll get that person their info and get their gift out to them. So I already have the gift. So I just need the person. And so far we only have one November. So whoever that November birthday is right now the wiener. Okay. So if you are a November birthday, you still have to the end of the day today to become a member and get into the drawing. So, and you're going to get a special edition t-shirt is going to be one of the drawings. Do you want to see it? And the kitties. Oh my God. I got so many updates, you guys. I just need to go live and like update you guys every day. We're expecting more. So the final name of the kitty ended up being Emmy. And she has 2 babies that she's currently nursing. And now she has more babies in her tummy. So I didn't even have an opportunity to take her and get her fixed. So I have to wait until she has this litter. I spoke with the vet yesterday. I have to wait until she has this litter. And then like 6 weeks later, they want me to bring her in. And they're thinking that it won't be a problem. But they're going to do like a blood draw and make sure everything's good. And then she's going to go back and get fixed. So I can't wait to get her fixed because there's a male cat that's been coming around. Yeah, I see him at night. He looks like a cow. He's white and black. Like white with black spots. Like she's a hoe, man. But no, for real, Emmy is probably the sweetest cat. And I haven't had a lot of cats in my life. I've had 2. And my first cat was like a dog. She was raised around Yorkies and she acted like the dogs. She went outside to go to the bathroom. She had a litter box, but she preferred to go out with the dogs and go in the yard and then come back in. So she was really cool. And this cat is like, she's a stray, I think, but she lets me pick her up and hold her, like cradle her like a baby and rub her belly. And I don't know if that's normal for a cat if they're pregnant anyways. Because like my other cat didn't like her belly rubbed. She'd be like, no. So I don't know if that's normal, but I feel like her and I just like, bonded. We like clicked. Like she found me and I found her. And I was going to show you guys this. Hold on, not that. Damn it. Dang it. God, what was I going to pull up? Oh, the t-shirt. Okay. This is the it's not really that big of a deal, but it's the tie-dye t-shirt. I was telling you guys about it before. Yeah, and she's not scared of at all. Like she came right to me and she's always let me like she's so loving. Like she's really loving. Okay, so I've got a tie-dye t-shirt. What do you guys think? So I think I'm going to actually change the logo and I think I'm going to put, hi Queen Virgo, hey babe. Shell, you didn't slide under the radar too much because you told me and I made a post. Oh, it could be different fathers. Oh, shoot. Can they be pregnant at the same time and like give birth and then like still be pregnant and then give birth a little bit later? Thank you, sweet Baya. Wow, 8 puppies. Yeah, so I'm going to give away one of these bad boys tomorrow. So I got to finish the design tonight. Queen, I can't. Can you email me because I don't have Facebook Messenger anymore. I was hacked. I have no access to that. Yeah, well, the dogs, no. With my other 2 cats, yes. They were all friends. But this cat, she doesn't mind the dogs. She's not afraid of anything. She's not afraid of them at all. But the babies are like, they scatter. So they're outside still because she's nursing and stuff. And she freaks out in here with the dogs. So she's got a little thing out there like in my shed and blankets and all that. And they hang out in there. But Summer, she's still a puppy. So she wants to play with them. But Bella is very gentle and kind. So they're fine with her coming out. But every time I open the door to take the dogs out, they scatter. Oh, I'll show you guys some pictures real quick. So I'm going to give away one of these bad boys tomorrow. Right now, Sherry, nothing. I think the eye is over me right here. Let's zoom in on our Hard Rock webcam. Yeah, over here on the east side where you see that red dot, that's where I'm at right now. So the eye is right over me, so it's nothing. There's literally, wow, like the wind has died down tremendously and it's not raining. But it's going to swing back around. These outer bands that you see up in the panhandle right now, those are going to swing around. And hit us with some pretty heavy bands of rain. But the wind is what I'm more worried about than the rain. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Queen Bee. Or Queen Virgo. My bad. Did someone won the whole Powerball too, didn't they? I can tell you it wasn't me. What happened, Brandy? Y'all know how I've been telling you guys I was going to be a Mimi. Well, our hearts are broken. He's 2 months and I haven't met him. Our son's fiance demands I apologize for hurting her feelings. Do it. Apologize. It's worth it for that baby. You don't get these months back. That's my advice. Do it. I would suck up a lot for my grandbaby. One ticket. Oh, it was in LA. Yeah, it was a setup. Who was it? Did they come out? I wouldn't come out. If it was me, I wouldn't come out. Let's do a fun poll. Let's see if you'd come out. Let's do a poll. I like just talking smack. We should do this on the 411, right? I just worry that people aren't going to see the live and I'll be just over there talking to myself. Because that channel is not that built up. Would you go public if you won the Powerball? I held to the no. I would say, yeah, one motherfucker won all that money. Can you believe that shit? No one's come out yet? I agree with Haley. I say apologize and do it for your grandchild. Okay, let's move on. Our first update. Brittany Griner. You guys remember Brittany Griner? Well, Brittany Griner's lawyers have made a troubling announcement. Brittany Griner is the U.S. WNBA basketball player. And she went over to Russia to play ball, and she took some THC with her. And she went through trial and everything, and she's been sentenced, I think, to like 9 years. Well, things just got worse for her because she's now been moved. Hang on, let me pull it up for you, and we'll go over it real quick. I just like to keep tabs on this because not only is it about, her, but also, us dealing with Russia when it comes to this situation is interesting to me. There's a lot of people demanding for her to be released, and then there's a lot of people saying, you know what, fuck her. She knew what she knew she had that shit in her bag. So vote and let me know if you would go public with the Powerball and be like, hey, fuck you motherfuckers. Or if you would stay silent in private. I would stay silent in private, and I would donate to I'd pick a couple good charities that I believe in. And I would donate to those privately. And it would probably have to do with something if I had a bunch of money, I would want to not start a foundation because I don't want to have to mess with all that stuff. But I would like to, if I had $1 billion, whatever, I would definitely invest that in helping with SA awareness in children. I just think that education in that topic is so important. I feel like I know some families it's generational and it's not that it's not a big deal, but it's not a big shock. But how do you tell a 3-year-old if someone, touches you there, how do you do that? Or, a 5-year-old, it's just, I don't know. There's just got to be a better way to protect our children. I guess I would invest in protecting our children because that is probably the most important social issue to me. Okay. So let's talk about Britney. So, okay, so this was yesterday, actually. On Wednesday, Brittany Griner's lawyers announced she's been transferred to a Russian penal colony. According to a report from CNN, it's a move her legal counsel has dreaded since she was convicted on drug charges. This is charges. ESPN's TJ Quinn revealed her lawyers don't know where she is or where she's heading. That's terrifying. The transfer began Friday, her lawyers said, a day after U.S. Embassy officials visited her, and far ahead of the schedule, they had the winds picking up. Did you guys hear that shit? I don't know what the fuck that was. They visited her far ahead of schedule than they had anticipated for her after her appeal was denied on October 25th. Typically, her attorneys had said a transfer takes weeks or months. Griner's attorneys and U.S. officials were not aware that she had been moved until Tuesday. So she was already gone. Griner's family might not know where she is for some time, according to her lawyers. Notification is given via official mail and normally takes up to 2 weeks to be received. So once they send out, it's a letter. That is so scary. But you know what? This makes me think like she's been there so many times and she should have known better. Like, going to Russia is no fucking joke. Oh my God, Boston, thank you. Right. I mean, we have known that Russia is a very dangerous country, right? So I would think you would fucking dot your I's, cross your T's, and I'm sure she also has someone, helping her, like an assistant or some shit or an agent. So there's really no excuse, in my opinion. However, that's easy for me to say as I sit in my cozy studio, comfy, with my Coke Zero, talking to you guys. She's in some freaking random camp in Russia. No, thank you. Griner met with U.S. officials on Thursday, a day before her transfer to the penal colony. Russian penal colonies are reportedly known for having much harsher living conditions than the Moscow jail that Griner was in the past few months. The United States claims to have made a serious offer on a prisoner exchange with Russia, but it's unclear where that stands right now. And you remember, that was that major arms dealer that they were, can't remember his name offhand now. But we're going to take a look at a Russian penal colony. Let's see what a Russian penal colony is. Penal. Penal.
Different based on geographic location and leadership structure. Now, this is important because some leaders of penal colonies there in Russia sign off on atrocious and really inhumane conditions. For example, colony number 14 in Mordovia, southwest of Moscow, has the reputation of being the most brutal of these colonies. Inmates reportedly work 16 to 17 hours a day, live among rats in many areas of the colony. There are also cats on this property, specifically to control the rats. But guards will torture the cats and make inmates watch, we're told, if prisoners don't follow their orders. Other colonies are remote, many struggling to even have running water, so hygiene not really a priority for these colonies. Some severely overcrowded as well. Those conditions can make colonies a breeding ground for disease.
That is
Forced labor was
nasty.
reintroduced in 2016, so most women who are being held as prisoners cook, clean, or sew to fulfill this work requirement. But again, depending on the leadership of the penal colony that Griner is sentenced to, she may have a different role than a seamstress or a cook. In fact, it's possible she could fulfill her sentence by coaching basketball. 2 Russian soccer players were sent to a penal colony back in 2019 for beating up a Russian government official in a restaurant. Well, those 2 prisoners were assigned to coach other prisoners during their sentences at one of these colonies. Again, we don't know where Griner will be sent or what her prison work will be.
I thought they were going to actually show what it looks like. I guess maybe we don't know what it looks like, right? We can only go off what people say. Russian penal colony for women. Bella, it's just the wind, baby. Poor Bella. Oh, Lord. No, thank you. No, thank you. As my granddaughter would say, no, thank you. You want to go to a penal colony? No, thank you. I need to get a soundbite of her saying, no, thank you. You think she's going to be teaching some basketball to some Russian prisoners? Why do they all have to wear that white thing on their head, I wonder? And they have to wear skirts, too. Brittany Griner has to wear a skirt. Dude, she's going to be, like, mortified. She does not look like a skirt person to me. At all. All right. So let's take a look at these pictures from... And this doesn't even look like something from our day and age. It's so bizarre over there. Let's see. You've been to Europe or to Russia and you never want to go back? You don't think so, HJ? You don't think they'll let her? I mean, it's not like she was targeted. You know? No, thank you. You're Russian? Lisa, no wonder Nightbot likes you so much. You're Russian. Dude, that's awesome. Okay, a female prison guard watches over inmates in the yard of a prison camp in the Siberian city of Krasnoyarsk. Krasnoyarsk. This is the barbed wire, the razor wire, rather. Inmates of a prison camp for women are seen through the razor wire before a, quote, Lady Spring 2009 beauty contest. What? They do a beauty contest for prisoners? Oh, Brittany Griner's going to love being there. Just saying. Oh my God, Heather J. Jinx. Jinxie. All right, let's see. That is weird. A beauty contest. Oh my goodness. Inmates walk with their children as a guard watches in the courtyard of a children's home located inside a female prison camp in the Siberian city of Krasnoyarsk. So these children, this is, oh my God, that's fucking horrible. That's so sad. I can't. Moving on. This is a detention center in Cheetah. That place is like frozen solid from the outside in. This looks dreadful. What's the Handmaid's Tale? I've never heard of that. That is dreadful, scary. So hopefully they get some news on her soon because that's frightening. I mean, for some THC, like, that is some frightening shit. It's a pretty tough penalty to pay. The brutal treatment of women in Russian prisons. Nearly 50,000, this is from 2018. Nearly 50,000 women are serving time in Russia's harsh penitentiary system. Living conditions are often inhumane.
Roberta.
191 people are currently housed in Russian prisons, penal colonies, penal settlements, and pretrial detention centers. So there's Russian prisons, penal colonies, and penal settlements, whatever. 48,455 are women. Yeah, that is just absolutely petrifying. Okay, so I feel bad for that because what's this? To date, the topic of forced labor has been described in an open letter by a member of Pussy Riot. Following her transfer to a penal colony in Mordovia,
John Wayne.
She penned a letter describing the slavish conditions. According to her letter, prisoners were forced to work in a sewing workshop for 16 to 17 hours a day with barely any days off, only 4 hours of sleep per night, and were subjected to constant threats by prison authorities. The head of the Zona Prava, Sergei Petrikov, noted that the situation regarding penal servitude for women has changed very little since the story attracted national media attention. Torture. Handcuffed to a bed for 40 days and nights whilst, given the fallout, she was held in solitary. She managed to prove at appeal that the actions of the administration had been illegal. In her complaint, she wrote that while in solitary, she was forbidden from possessing shampoo or deodorant. She couldn't wash. There was no hot water. And so her material and living conditions were simply inhumane. That's terrifying. All right. Well, hopefully she's all right. I mean, what more can you do, you know? So let's get into this, and then we're going to talk about... Actually, first I have a video for you guys. We have a missing child to report on. This is new. This is out of Denver. And this baby is believed to be with his father. And Anwar Rhodes is wanted for assaulting the mother and taking 11-month-old Riot Garner. He's in a 2006 gray 4-door Audi sedan with duct tape on the front bumper and a Colorado license plate number of ALWH70. So if you are in the Denver area, pay attention for that. And let's watch this little clip. I forgot I wanted to get this out in the very beginning.
Yeah, we are now nearing hour 21 of the search for this missing 11-month-old who police believe is with his father right now. Police say the two were last seen near 30th and Ivy just before 11:30 Wednesday afternoon. Police say the child's father, Anwar Rhodes, assaulted the child's mother before taking off with the 11-month-old. Rhodes was in a 2006 gray 4-door Audi sedan with duct tape on the front bumper and Colorado license plate ALWH70. Police say Rhodes is a 30-year-old black male who is 6 feet tall, about 180 pounds, with black hair that appears to be in an afro with brown eyes. The baby is 11-month-old Riot Garner, who is a white male weighing 25 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. Police did not provide a description of what the two may have been wearing at that point in time. Right now, police say if you know where the two are or if you see them, you're asked to contact police, call 911. However, we are waiting for another update from police. We haven't heard anything since they first told us about this search around 2:30 yesterday afternoon. Gary and Corey going to send it back to you all in the studio.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some information, new information soon. Thanks, Darius.
Next, she's old news. For reals. Oh, Lord. No. We're not going there. We're not doing morning workouts with AVP. Okay. Or AWP. Now, we're not going to talk about leggings and sweaters. We're going to talk about Taylor Parker. Taylor Parker has been sentenced to death in the murder of Reagan Hancock and her unborn baby Braxlyn. So this is New Boston, Texas. This happened in Oklahoma. And then she drove away. It's a horrible, like, trigger warning. This is probably one of the worst murders. Yeah, this isn't the right article, but this is probably one of the worst murders, most gruesome that I've heard about. And there was no cameras in the courtroom, so we're faced to just read updates. But we will read through this, and it gives you a little more insight as to what testimony was like as well. What is this? Murderer released on parole less than 3 months ago, busted after trying to kidnap New York City girl in front of her dad. What is going on? Okay, so here we go. God dang, wind. A Texas woman convicted of murdering a pregnant woman and ripping out her unborn baby was sentenced to death Wednesday. A jury of 6 men and 6 women in Bowie County, about 150 miles east of Dallas, deliberated for less than 2 hours before handing down the fatal sentence for 29-year-old Taylor Renee Parker. Parker was convicted of capital murder on October 3rd in the ghastly killing of Reagan Michelle Simmons Hancock, 21 years old, and her infant daughter in October of 2020. Now, Reagan has one sister, and she was there in court, and she gave a statement. And this is part of her statement here. She says, "My only biological sister, you need to understand what you took from me and my family. No more celebrating her birthday. I was barely 19 when I got the call my sister was gone." Emily Simmons, the victim's sister, said to Parker in an emotional victim impact statement before jurors began deliberating. "She will never be my maid of honor. If I visit my sister, I have to go to a graveyard and see a headstone. I will never get a text or phone call from her again." Simmons Hancock's mom, Jessica, called Parker an evil piece of flesh demon. She is, too. Evil in the flesh. And her mother said, Reagan's mother said, "My baby was alive, still fighting for her babies when you tore her open and ripped her baby from her stomach." Now, a really disgusting thing is that Reagan's fingernails were found inside her womb. They were found inside her womb. Fingernails. So she put up a huge fight. I don't even want to imagine how that happened. 95% of you are like, fuck no, I wouldn't tell anybody I won that Powerball. I'm with you. There's Taylor in her mugshot. In the 10 months before the murder, Parker faked her own pregnancy in an elaborate scheme to prevent her boyfriend from leaving her. So she wanted to keep her boyfriend, Wade Griffin, right here. So she wore pregnancy, like baby bumps. She faked ultrasounds. She bought ultrasounds. She did a lot of shit at her own old work that was an OB-GYN. She was following pregnant women from their doctor's appointments. Just weird shit. And then she was posting all over Facebook about all the medical problems she was having with this baby and being pregnant. And then she threw a gender reveal party. And people in her life knew that she had a hysterectomy. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. What would you do if someone that you knew had a hysterectomy and then came to you and said, "Oh my God, I'm pregnant." It's like miraculous, like conception. Because the people in Taylor's life were like, "Oh, if she shows up with a baby, then we're going to call the FBI. Like, we're going to call the cops." Yes, wake up. She worked at an OB-GYN. She actually bought fake ultrasound online, and she had the information from their office put on it. I forgot what I was saying now. I started reading chat. Oh, what would you do if you heard that someone had a hysterectomy, or you knew that someone had a hysterectomy, and then, they were kind of like a little bit not right. But then you saw them with a baby bump and stuff and saying that it was like, but if you weren't close enough to commit them, what would you do? Like if it was just someone you knew and you were like, oh my God, there's no way. Like, I know there's no way because she had a hysterectomy. Like, I know she had a hysterectomy. What would you do? I mean, what do you do? Call the cops and say, hey, I think this girl's like faking her pregnancy. Can you go see? What are they going to tell you? Are you fucking crazy? Would cops listen to that? Maybe now they would. But would the cops have listened? I'm not so sure what they would have done. Like, they would have been like, what, who are you? And who are you to question? Oh, the office that she worked for? they totally were disgusted with her. They were part of the reason she got busted. They contacted, but they didn't do enough. All they did was they contacted the hospital. They really did all they could. Her old employer, when they figured out that she was lying because they saw her post on social media and they're like, wait a minute, we know this chick can't get pregnant. So they called, like, the supervisor of that medical office called the hospital and said, this girl, if she comes in, because they thought that she was gonna, I can't remember what they thought, that she was gonna say she had a miscarriage, that she was just, tricking Wade to keep him around, and that she was gonna end up saying, oh, never mind, I had a miscarriage. Yeah, you can. Yes, true. Through my lens, that's a good idea. But if you call the cops and say, hey, this chick's like faking her pregnancy, like, there's no crime in like faking your pregnancy. Yeah, if she got benefits, I guess. This was in small town Oklahoma, though. Texarkana or whatever. Well, okay, so I talked to a woman whose son was married to Taylor Parker and then divorced, and they have a child together. And I talked to her way, way, way a long time ago when this first happened. And she said she went to Taylor's mother and said, there's no way that Taylor's pregnant. And her mom was like, she wouldn't lie about that. So, I mean, if it's not your daughter, what are you going to do? And then they tried to warn that Wade guy too. They tried to warn him that she was lying, and he didn't believe it. Oh, she made up shit. She was still pulling shenanigans in prison or in jail. She was bribing guards in jail. She was trying to pin this on some of the other prisoners in there with her. She's just a bad person. So this is trigger warning. This is how she murdered Reagan with a hammer in the skull. And then she stabbed her with a scalpel more than 100 times and then removed the baby from the womb. And the baby died. So after her sentencing, Parker was slated to be moved to the Mountain View unit in Gatesville, Texas, where the state houses its female death row inmates. She is entitled to appeal her sentence, and just FYI, her lawyer has said they plan to file an instant appeal. Whatever. She ain't going nowhere. Bitch is crazy. But let's take a look at the Mountain View unit in Gatesville, Texas. Mountain View? That kind of sounds like too nice. The Mountain View unit. Like, fuck off. Make it like the hellhole or the compound. Something like that. Bowling with cotton balls. That's funny. Oh, update on vehicle recheck. Okay. Thank you, Bowling with Cotton Balls. Let's check on that. Let's see. Amber Alert Denver. There's nothing on here yet. Everything's from 19 hours ago. You can just type it in chat with the update, or like the vehicle. I know it does. It sounds like a fucking country club. You're right. The Mountain View unit. 97 acres of land. Let's take a look. Mountain View unit. I wonder how much they're even going to show on this. Fuck Wikipedia. Wiki. Are these people selfieing it at the prison? Why would you do that? Oh, she's with her inmate. So she took a selfie and put it on Facebook. Can't. All right. Images. Oh, that looks lovely. It looks like a fucking resort. She'll have a brick cubby. Yeah, why don't we send Taylor Parker to Russia and bring Brittany back here and call it good? That's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, they're loud and beefy.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so stuck on Truckee. I can't. I've seen a lot of talk about AWP and the whole Kylie thing. People are saying they think they made it up and all this, but I don't. I think that that one didn't go so well for them because they lied. I'm not going to read this article. I just want to see what it looks like. So they have laptops. You know, I mean, it doesn't really look that terrible in there. Sit in front of the computer. What are they doing, I wonder? I mean, not that it looks wonderful or anything, but shit. As long as people leave you alone. I don't know. I don't think I could survive in there, though. It seems like women's prisons, they treat them more like, you know, they're rehabilitating them. Still an Audi, different model. I can't talk today. I don't know how to put the alert back up after dismiss. It's okay. I'll find it. I mean, it looks like a preschool class, doesn't it? But, you know, what do we do? We got to get, these people are going to go back into society. So what do we do? And I mean, how are we not going to give them access to the internet? Everything's on the internet now. The laptops cut down on drugs coming into the prisons. Why is that? Why is that? I don't understand the correlation between that. Sylvia Rice has been in prison since she was 19. She was sentenced to 25 years for a 1999 murder, convicted for her involvement in her grandmother's death. Her boyfriend at the time, the father of her two children, the first of whom she had at 15, lived with Rice and her grandmother. He shot the woman twice in a planned attack motivated by money. And then here we go. And this is why I said if I won $1 billion, I would try to help children before they're hurt. Because here we go. This is Rice. She's been in prison since she was 19. She's getting ready to get out. But check this out. Her sister, Catherine Rice Gillis, told the Texas Tribune last week that they were abused and raped as children in foster care before their grandma adopted them. Although Rice Gillis turned to the military, her younger sister walked a different path. Judy, I'm very mad too. We'll talk about that in a second. Station wagon, not a sedan, 2006 gray Audi A4. Thank you, Glolo. Glolo. Glolo.
Lucky.
You're what the French call
Les incompetents. It's just it always boils back to that. These people are scarred from what evil motherfuckers did to them when they were children. I didn't know how I was going to function in society because I've been here for 2 decades. Now she laughs while retelling stories of learning and strive how to turn on the computer and use the internet. I'm learning to do emails, she yelled excitedly. I did my first email yesterday. So this is where Taylor Parker is going to be. She's not going to, this is death row? This is like a fucking, wait. I thought this was a death row prison. Mountain View Prison. If they're on death row, this does not seem like a death row facility. Okay, now maybe this does. This is solitary. Do you think Taylor Parker will be in solitary? Okay, this is more like it, folks. This is more like it.
Ooh-wee, that will scare somebody.
This is a newly revamped, let's see, what does it say? Newly renovated cell designed to house Texas death row inmates at the Mountain View unit. Yeah, she gonna be up in this bitch right here. Catch me outside. How about that?
Who knows?
Yeah, this is definitely more fitting for Miss Parker. Oh, here, that's why they call it Mountain View. Look at this. Look at that view. Look how pretty it is. It's really pretty. No, thank you. I'd rather not be in any correctional facility. Thank you. Oh, it's not a death row prison. They just have death row within the prison. Got you. Hey, Flo, how are ya? Oh, that said North Carolina. It did. Oh, it did, didn't it? Mountain View Correction. Wow, there's another one. Mountain View Unit, Texas. You're right. That is that. So false. I don't know what solitary looks like in this place. Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Oh, look. Is that? Wait. Amber Geiger's in here? Yeah, chocolate milk. What a vacay, huh? Yes. Oh my God. She's going to be in with Amber Geiger. Amber Geiger is in here. And who else? the person who killed the Grammy award-winning singer Selena. But did Geiger get out yet? How long did she go in for? The prison is spread out over 97 acres of farm and cattle grazing land and also houses the state's women's death row, which currently houses 6 prisoners. Officials said other high-profile inmates include Yolanda Saldivar, who was convicted of the March 1995 murder of Selena. Geiger, 31, was sentenced to 10 years. Wow. So she's going to be in there. She killed that guy. She walked into the wrong apartment. So she was sentenced to 10 years, and that was in 2019. So she's in there, and then so is the one that killed Selena. This is some graduation ceremony. Oh. Discipleship. Let's see if we can find any more. Shedding light on kitchen culture. Oh my God, did you hear that? I don't know what in the hell is blowing around out there. So they must have recently revamped their prisons, or they're working on revamping their prison. Here is Death Row Solitary. Let's see if this is where she's at. You're not good with authority? Yeah, she was a police officer. I watched her trial. I remember watching her trial. Death Row Solitary. Their walls have driven them mad. Solitary does drive people crazy. I don't know how people do it. I mean, they don't really have a choice, but can you imagine being someone who was actually innocent and you spent like so many years in those horrible conditions? Oh, I don't know. I think it was just not shut all the way. I don't remember. I think he just didn't shut it all the way. He was stoned. He was in there smoking pot. Like the dude was watching TV and just chilling. And clearly it was an accident. Clearly. I mean, the family hugged her afterwards. It was really emotional watching that trial. Let's see if we've got any new breaking news happening in the tubes. Amanda Bearden apparently went on a panel. That is Debbie Collier's daughter. And I don't know. I got to find where that originated from and see if maybe we can play that and go over it. I watched I saw like a clip of it, but I don't know where the original is. So if anybody knows where that original is, if you could be so kind and email it, that would be wonderful. Yeah, that one was a really interesting trial. Oh, I was talking about Eminem. Here is a video of Eminem and his daughter, Haley, at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction.
Almost died from an overdose in 2007, which kind of sucked because, Haley, plug your ears. Because drugs were fucking delicious. And I thought we had a good thing going, man, but I had to go and fuck it all up. Take too many. God damn. Okay, Haley, you good.
So if you guys aren't aware, Haley Jade is his daughter, and she lives in Michigan. And she also has a podcast here on YouTube that I've watched a couple times. It's called Just a Little Shady. I'll show you. And I'll put it in the description of this video as well. Haley is a little sweetheart. And obviously, Judy, we followed their lives from the very beginning. I watched a really neat documentary on him the other night, and it showed actually record time in Roseville and the Ritz and the shelter in Detroit, or the St. Andrews Hall. So it was really neat to see. But yeah, just a little shady podcast. It's the latest episode this is her sister. They're not like biological sisters, but she was raised as Haley's sister. And she had her on, but usually it's her and her friend. But her friend's sick. So if you want to check that out, it's pretty interesting. They tell some stories. I mean, they're young girls, so they talk about, stuff that maybe not every episode I'd be interested in, but I find her just to be really interesting and down to earth, and like how she's kept herself down to earth, with Eminem as her dad. Like, she went to college, she's got a degree. I mean, she lives so normally, And I like the name too, just a little shady. But like she does like ask me anythings and stuff like that, and then they share stories and shit. But this is what it looks like. I think it's cute. So that's Eminem's daughter there. Okay, moving on to our next story. We have Elon Musk in the news with Twitter again. Big surprise, 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 surprise. He wrote his first email to his employees. So let's go over here. Let's go to our handy dandy TV. Our TV. So we can pull this up. Oh my gosh. And go through this. We're going to read the email. So if you were a Twitter employee, this is what you would have received today from your boss. And no, it's not a sync, but what was the point of that? Was that like, let this sink in? Is that why he did that? I don't understand that. Okay, so in his first company-wide email to Twitter employees, new owner and CEO Elon Musk said he was ending the social network's work from home forever policy. Boom! Out of the blue, he comes in and he's like, no more working at home, peeps. No more working from home. Wait, what? Who doesn't think it's funny, Cheryl? I missed that. So Elon is like any other boss, and he expects his employees to be in the office at least 40 hours a week, and plans to personally approve any alternative arrangements. Personally. I don't know how many employees he's got over there now, because he's gotten rid of some, but how many employees at Twitter? By 2021, they had 7,500. So it says here, oh shit. Twitter spent years building its staff. Under Musk, job cuts have already begun. Oh yeah, she didn't think it was funny. She's very straight and narrow. Haley never partied in college, never partied in high school or anything like that. Got really super good grades. So he did something right. So it's saying here that half. Wow. he's gonna cut about half of their employees, they think. About 3,700 jobs he cut. So I guess it's safe to say that there's about 3,700 employees there. Oh, my kids were raised on Eminem. I'm not ashamed to say it, but my middle son, he's like, I remember, Mom. He's like, I probably wouldn't like music like I do if you didn't play all the different music that you like. Because my kids have a very broad sense of, music and what they like. So here's some Twitter employees whining. I love this job. Oh. I mean, I kind of feel bad for them. I mean, really, they're not going to have a job. But you know what I like? I like that he's putting them back in the office. I was just talking to a girlfriend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about how, because she was like, when did everything change? Like, and I'm like, over COVID. We never went back to normal. We never went, okay, back to the office, because employers were saving money on office space if people could work remotely. They also, people from New York or states where taxes are high, California, they're moving from those states to other states because it's lower taxes. They make the same amount of money. They pay less to live. So we had about 30,000 New Yorkers come to Pinellas County over COVID. So here is the full email from Musk to Twitter staff. From Elon Musk, date November 9th, 2022. To team. He says, to team. Sorry that this is, he's kind of a dick, but he's just straight to the point. Sorry that this is my first email to the whole company, but there is no way to sugarcoat the message. Frankly, the economic picture ahead is dire, especially for a company like ours that is so dependent on advertising in a challenging economic climate. Moreover, 70% of our advertising is brand rather than specific performance, which makes us doubly vulnerable. That is why the priority over the past 10 days has been to develop and launch Twitter Blue certified subscriptions. And then he puts huge props to the team. Yeah, I think so, Ruma. Government offices are being sold now instead of worked in. Wow. I didn't realize that. Without significant subscription revenue, there is a good chance Twitter will not survive the upcoming economic downturn. We need roughly half of our revenue to be subscriptions. Yeah, so do I. Join the club, Elon. Of course, we will still then be significantly reliant on advertising. So I'm spending time with our sales and partnership teams to ensure that Twitter continues to be appealing to advertisers. This is the Spaces discussion that Robin, Yoel, and I hosted today. Link to Elon Q&A, advertising and the future. The road ahead is arduous and will require intense work to succeed. We are also challenging Twitter policy such that remote work is no longer allowed unless you have a specific exception. He's really strong-arming, isn't he? Is he punishing these people for working for Twitter? I mean, clearly not all the employees there were decision makers. Oh, wow, Christina. That's terrible. I hate hearing that. It's already hard enough to get them to get to those places without having somewhere to physically go. Managers will send the exception list to me for review and approval. Starting tomorrow, Thursday, that's today, Everyone is required to be in the office for a minimum of 40 hours per week. Obviously, if you are physically unable to travel to an office or have a critical personal obligation, then your absence is understandable. I look forward to working with you to take Twitter to a whole new level. The potential is truly incredible. Thanks, Elon. Now, I see you guys are saying he's arrogant, he's doing this, doing that, but let's talk. Twitter. Twitter is a social platform. Twitter developing and growing and continuing takes, teamwork. Teamwork, which only really works the best in person, in my opinion. Like, some jobs can be completely remote and probably be just fine. But like, it would be really hard to run a sales team strictly remotely. And I used to run a sales team, and we did some things, like we did our morning meetings like on the phone. This was before COVID. But I mean, if there's an exception, obviously it sounds like he's going to look at that. But some jobs, I think, are better in person when you're sitting around a table. There's something to be said for a bunch of minds to sit around an actual table and brainstorm versus on Zoom. But the way he's doing it, that's kind of dickish. Like, I hate Twitter. So if Twitter goes away, I don't care. I really don't. Like, Twitter can go because I don't care. But there's just something to be said for that. And I feel like he feels like he's not going to make any strides unless they do the best. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be their best case scenario. Right. Kurt Cobain, you have a perfect example. She's a medical biller. There's no reason that she has to be there. She's an independent worker. So if you're an independent worker and you only have to do your own job, that's one thing. But if you're having a collab with a team, yeah, how about ease into it? See, I would rather ease into it. But you know what? There's also something to be said for the socialization that you get at work. I have to say that I miss that sometimes. I don't miss the office drama, but I do miss, the people that I worked with, and I miss, laughing with them and joking around with them, but I've replaced it with this. But people who go from having an office full of people to being in their own like spare bedroom, I don't know, man. It's making a different world, and I don't think we were prepped for this. I don't think we were prepped to be secluded, and as human beings being secluded. You go in once a week for team meetings. But I was looking in my, on Indeed at jobs like in my old field, and to see just what it's like now, because I was in the medical field, but in sales. And I was just curious how they were doing things now. I was curious how they were doing things through COVID as well. And it looked like they were still out in the field. And I'm so glad I wasn't working in that capacity, because I wouldn't have wanted to be going into nursing homes and hospitals and things during that time. I was really paranoid about getting sick. That is onesie. That's one thing. That commute, dropping kids off. Yeah. Sharon says Zoom is great. I've been working from home for 2.5 years. I get more work done. You save $1,000 a month in gas and 15 to 30 hours in commute time. By Twitter. I mean, I don't blame you. A commute like that sucks, and it's more time away from your family. So it's got its good and bad points. And I think that, being at home all the time, we have to really make a point to get out, because it's easy. It's easy to order your groceries. It's easy, which I hate going to the grocery store. I've always hated it. But it's easy to just order. It's easy to they've made it easy to be secluded and isolated. That's the word, Christina. That's the word I was looking for. And I think we have a lot more depression. We have a lot more people on the internet reading conspiracy theories and falling into rabbit holes and hurting their families, hurting their wives, hurting their husband, whatever the case may be. Domestic violence on the rise. It's just a lot. And plus, if you have to get up and go, like Cheryl said, you have to get ready. You don't have to, but I mean, you do if you go to work. So you have to get ready. And thank you, Boston, for becoming a member. I just saw that. And Kurt Cobain, I don't know if I saw your super chat. Did I? I did. See, my short-term memory is shot. No, I didn't do, I didn't sell medical supplies. I sold a medical service of home care and hospice. COVID killed your mental health, Lulu. I think a lot of people. But you know what, Flo? Someone I know just had a hip replacement, and it was so like non-invasive. Like, she hurt the first couple days, but she really oh my God, Jerry, you are too funny. She really like bounced back quick. No, I have a Twitter, but I don't really utilize it much. Were you really, Flo? Hospice nurses have special hearts, for sure. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for being a nurse. And not only that, a hospice nurse. There's nothing tougher than end of life. Oh, really? Oh, onesie. I work in the same field. I help with billing for home medical supplies for sick kids. That's sad. Wow, Kimmykins, you were a hospice. And so Yolanda, who was here earlier, who said she was traveling as nursing, she's also a hospice nurse. So we have some special nurses in here. And then we also have I can't remember what I was going to say. I get caught up reading your special people that work in that industry. It's not easy. I'm sure for onesie, it's not easy every day to know that those medical supplies that you're ordering or billing are for a child. So it is sad. We had a couple kids. Our hospice took children. We were one of the very few that took on hospice for children, and we had a couple, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. So thank you to everybody that worked in the healthcare field, and especially over COVID. Yeah, that's got to be heavy for you, onesie. We don't think about that kind of stuff, but it's true. It's got to be really heavy for you. Cindy, I'm 56 and fixing to get open heart surgery and bypass. You're nervous and scared. I'm living alone with puppies. It's all I have that I enjoy. Cindy, when are you having your surgery? You're going to be okay, though, Cindy. My dad, listen, if this is not encouraging. Flo Nightingale, you are a treasure, my lady. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Oh, CR, thanks. She sent something for the kitty.
Thanks. We have to stand down.
Yeah, those hospice nurses, I mean, you remember them forever. They're like very, very special. Cindy, but here is an encouraging story. So right now, and you can email me as well. You can email the team. We will reply to you. So if you need to, email us. Keep us posted. Actually, I want you to keep us posted. So I don't know when you're having this, but my dad, okay, he started having heart problems, I think at like 30, like late 30s, 39-ish. And he was having, what do you call that? Angina and like skipping heartbeats. I can't think of what that is. In less than a week. Email me, Cindy. I don't like that you're by yourself. So email me and I will keep you company. So we're talking, my dad passed away in 2001 and he was 86. So we're talking before I was even born. He started having heart problems. So it progressively went on. Turned out he had, blockages. No, it's arrhythmia. So he was taking like atenolol because his heart didn't beat regularly. Hi, Megan. So anyways, that was what it started. And then he had several blockages. So he had like bypass, he had double bypass, he had triple bypass. He had a pacemaker put in. I mean, he's a medical miracle. He lived for 40 some years after all of this. And his heart was strong till the end. So if that's not encouragement for you, because now there's so much more medical advancement and it's so much, safer than it was even then. So I have really good vibes that you're going to be just fine. But I would like it if you emailed me so we can chat. What state are you in? And Megan Ambrose, it's good to see you, girl. Yeah, we can help you. I can help you if you need home care afterwards, too. I don't know how old you are, but if you're on Medicare, we can find you a home health agency and you can at least have a nurse and like someone come on out, keeping eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? So at least they can come out to your house. They can, you have eyes on you and before, like if there's an infection or something, they'll be able to catch it before it gets bad. So, even if you don't have Medicare, but Medicare pays for 100% of home care services. Just so you guys know, if you didn't know this, Medicare pays for 100% of home care and hospice services. Oh, she's 56. Duh, she said that. But I think insurances cover home care as well. So look at your bennies on your benefits and see what your home care coverage is, because they'll come out and they can send like if you're having a hard time getting around, if you're, they can help you with that. They can help you with rehabilitation too, with physical therapy. So yeah, see about that. It's and plus it's nice to have, a set of eyes on you while you heal and make sure that everything's good. So there's no problems. So I'd love to help you look into that. I'll give you some resources. Oh, Cindy. Well, you're going to feel so much better. And by the way, the hip replacement, the person that I know that just had one, she was up and walking around like she said, oh my gosh, once I got over that pain, she said, I feel wonderful. That, like, the pain that I had in my hip for all these years is gone. So there's something definitely to look forward to. So don't be scared. Be looking forward to a new you. Look at it that way. It's going to be a brand new Cindy Blakey. Cindy Blakey.
Jeepers.
You know how my pronunciations go around here.
La, 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 la means let me finish.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you'll feel like going and running around the block after. I mean, oh. Hold on. My husband's home and I've got to let him in. Are you locked out? Hold on. I shall be right back. I got to go unlock the door. I'm live right now. Okay, I'm back. Hi, Mr. Justice. We were just talking last night, and he's like, I'd like to go on your podcast sometime, but just not on camera. I don't like being on camera either, but I'm kind of getting used to it now. Oh, Cindy. That's what we're here for, man. We're like our own little fam here. This is our bubble. I need a bubble pop sound, so. Oh, you could actually hear him? You are tough as a pair of boots. You got that right. Let's see. I think I had one more video to get us out of here. But tomorrow, remember, we're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to do a birthday stream and giveaways, mugs, the special edition tie-dye shirt. I'm going to give away one of those tomorrow. And I'm going to announce our November birthday winner. Wiener. And yeah. Oh, maybe one day. I'm not sure what time yet. I haven't decided. I don't know what my day is looking like tomorrow. But probably later in the day. Not earlier. It'll probably be later. We are family. Yeah, I mean, I want to give you guys something on my birthday. And it's still just windy here. What's it like at your guys' places in Florida? It's totally not raining at all. I will, Cheryl. Yeah, maybe I can get him to come on just voice tomorrow. Ought to be interesting. We'll do a Q&A. Yikes. Okay, so the email is j4jbirthayshiz@gmail.com. And one of the moderators will throw that in chat. So go ahead and send just your birthday and year. You don't have to give me your real name, but please put your YouTube name. I don't need your real name. You can give me your real first name if you want, but you're going to have to give me your YouTube name because I don't know real names from YouTube names. It's a lot to remember. Am I 40 yet? Who said that? Flo? This is the last year of my 40s. I'm going to be 50 next year. He needs to sing you happy birthday. Jay, does your granddaughter look like you? People say she does. Mike Sanner, regular sunny day here, so it's back to normal. Sweet. Sweet. So tomorrow I'll probably have to pick up my yard. There's shit blowing everywhere this time. Sunny and warm in New Hampshire? It's warm? Wow. I thought it was supposed to be chilly up there. Please send your IDs. Yeah. Please. No, you're an. Oh my God, you are so funny.
You buzzed?
Bring your own beer and smoke. I'm having a birthday party tomorrow. How about that? Online. $75 in Missouri. You went to Vegas for your 50th? I don't know if I can handle 50th. Or I mean Vegas. Hold on. Oklahoma is beautiful. It's cold in California. How is it 75 in Missouri? 75 today and 40 tomorrow? That's crazy. Yeah, I think we're going to get that outer band. But then it sounds like it's going to work its way out. Like it hit this morning, so Mike Sanders already sunny. That's good news. Sunny and warm in Connecticut. Aw, Cheryl. She's beautiful. Flo loves Vegas. Michigan's bipolar too. I am jealous when I miss the colors and stuff. 77 in Texas. It's always hot in Texas. Except when you guys get that random weird like snowstorms. Yeah, that's what I was pulling up. I was going to pull up a radar to see where this thing stands. Great minds think alike, Flo. I need the Kiss My Grits thing for you. Kiss my grits. And there's a new tropical wave in the Caribbean. Great.
Field a few hours thereafter. Please.
God, that audio sounds like 1962.
Information, of course, coming your way.
Oh, fuck you, JB. No way. I heard that voice. I was like, oh, hells no.
JB, it's we have to stand down.
I hate when they play these things over and over.
Is in there as well, and the power company.
I just want a radar. Oh my God. No, JB, no. Well, it looks like it's right at me now. Oh, here we go. Here's some radar. Here's some radar action. Where is Camp Lejeune? You know, I'm going to sound like a total airhead here right now. But why am I seeing all these commercials? I've never heard of Camp Lejeune until I started seeing these commercials for like suing. I think I clicked out before they got the view. Snow. So it looks like I'm just going to get this outer band, and then it looks like it's going to be out of here. Whoop, whoop. It seems like by this evening, we should be in the clear. So it looks like it's going to go up. It's not affecting Savannah, though. I mean, maybe the outer bands are. The water was toxic at Camp Lejeune. $36. It made people die. Oh, wow. I get emails about it, you know. It's kind of like when you get they have those class action suits and you get all those emails. It's in North Carolina. Queen Virgo. I don't either. Where's the lawsuits for all the people in Flint? I feel like I'm getting there, Cheryl. I feel like I'm already getting to the point where I don't give a shit anymore. That's crazy. But that's a military base. So did you guys heard, obviously... Whoa, did you hear that? Lord. Oh, they're Marines. They're fine. Yeah. Oh, wow, Heather. Heather says, my mother was at Camp Lejeune and is part of the lawsuit. Her and the water are the reason why I'm so weird. I wondered what happened to you, Heather. You continue to hear a lot about it. No, it was something somebody ran over in the road or something blue. I don't know. It's those wind gusts, man. They're crazy. What's Fort Lauderdale, Cindy? Oh, you're being a smartass. That was for your son's benefit. I can't believe that Flint still has suits going on. Aw, thanks, Strike Blitz. I'm beautiful for 20. I'm just kidding. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. It's 2 o'clock. We've been going for 2 hours. So thanks for joining me on this update and little chat and riding the storm out. And thank you guys for the members and donating members, Mike Sanner, and for all the super chats and super stickers and just being here and all the members being here. You guys being here is where it's at. So I'll be putting an event up when I decide what time I'm going to go live tomorrow. It's my birthday, so I can go live whenever I want. It's my birthday. I can cry if I want to. So maybe I'll share some childhood pictures tomorrow. How about that? Jerry, you just read my mind again. I'll do that. I'll get some photos out from when I was a kid. And we'll embarrass Jay tomorrow. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jerry. Love you too. Thank you, Flo. Thank you, Christina B, Heather J, Potato, Snow, Shell, Megan, all of you guys, Streamlabs, even you, Streamlabs. You are so appreciated.
So there's a lot of butt joints that we have to cover. And I'm like, Dudley, let's do butt joints together because I don't want to have to do them all by myself.
What? Wake up. What? Jay. Well, I think we'll be okay, Cheryl. It's pretty weak. So everybody stay safe out there, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for the chat, guys. I'll see ya. Dance it out.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
You wanna be with me. Think you wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to friends.
In the name of Jesus, Father God, Lord.